Well, it's raining outside. I wanted to go for a jog. Since it's raining so much, I didn't have the right clothing on me either. So I decided to go shopping instead. Just a little bit of shopping, not too much because I don't have the money. Took out the trash. That was the big box that my green screen came in. You'll see some footage of the green screen hopefully this month. And I never used the green screen before. This is my first time. But I always wanted to try it. Had a little bit of money. I bought one. And now since it's raining, I did a little bit of shopping and going home. Start off on my editing. There's this video that turned into a meme by now on the internet, and people are making fun of it, mostly because this is what internet does. Mare of Easttown, for me inside, that's exactly what it feels like. Play the video. I know I'm not making fun. This is serious. And it kind of makes sense if you really think about it, because it is about religion. If you're at episode 3 or you're gonna watch it, you will see that it kind of hangs on religion and also deep roots into community. And that video that you just watched is about religion, is about community. And you see all that energy, you get that in Mare of Easttown. On the surface, like of the water, the whole mini-series, I don't know if it's a mini-series or just a series, it has a few episodes, feels calm, and the pacing is sort of like so slow down, but it kept me on the edge of my seat. And this is what it felt like inside watching it. It's very short. It has roughly around 49, 50 minutes per episode. It goes away way too fast. And it just grips you. And all that energy, that was the best sort of like metaphor that I was able to find. Mare of Easttown versus the video you just saw. This is what it feels like. The series is about a small community in Pennsylvania. And this murder that has happened, it falls into the hands of the protagonist to solve the murder. So far, she hasn't been able to do it. The community, for some reason, sees her as a hero, and that kind of lies heavy on her shoulders. It's about Mare, and for the first 5 minutes of the first episode, I thought that she was the mayor of the town and she was just getting involved with police activity. And then I figured out that that was her name, Mare. Don't be like me, be better than me. Like I said, the community labels her as the hero, right? Some people really love her, some people look up to her, and others, I guess, despise her for some reason. She wasn't able to find the culprit. They still, at least she sees herself as, you know, someone who holds all the responsibility since it's her job. I love that the entire series, and especially Kate Winslet, I think her name is still Winslet, she's married, you know, Rose from Titanic, does such a great job in this role. I haven't been paying attention to her, you know, a lot of other movies that she's been doing for the past years, but she nails it in this role, and I think that it gives life to this entire series. Her performance just is incredible, and it just fits in so well. It might sound very strange, but I love her body. Not that way, not in a creepy type of way. That's what a 50-year-old woman kind of feels and the way she should look. That's the body of a 50, 48, 50 plus year old female detective. She's burly, you know, she looks like a mama bear. She looks like she would be able to tackle someone to the ground if she had to. But it's not one of those thick, go to the gym every day Instagram bodies. No, this is a body of a woman who is in her 50s. And it looks and it feels so natural. I don't know if she's been working out, maybe she keeps in shape, but that's, sagginess, that weight, that thickness that she has on herself just makes it look so much real. And the walk has weight to it. She's always calm, but she walks with purpose. She walks like she's carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders. Maybe it's also because of the grief that she carries inside of her and she never lets that go. It just seems so real. And the way if she would have been, slimmer, I don't think it would have made that much sense. But because she's so burly, I just love that weight to it. And the almost sadness, and there's the calmness, but there's also sadness in her face and her expression. She's almost never angry. Sometimes she's tense, but she's not a mean person. She's a calm, decent human being who's trying to do always the right thing. And beside anything else, I feel like she's always fair to the people around her, and she has that sense of justice, and she's very involved with the community. I love that about her, and Kate does a fantastic job in this role, especially that she's British, but nails the accent perfectly. There was, I'm not gonna show it on the screen, this sex scene. It lasts for about a second and a half, probably 2 seconds. It's more like a transition. Even that scene felt so real to me, right? It was a bit cringy, probably you didn't want to look at it. Usually when they put these sex scenes in these shows, depending on what they're trying to emphasize on, they make them look good, right? It's supposed to look great, it's supposed to look romantic, and depending on the angle, the lighting. No, this time it felt real. It felt cringy, rushed. The movie it's almost, did I say the movie? The series. It's almost like a documentary. It feels like that's exactly how it would be in real life. You just don't see that too often. And it's fantastic that it doesn't stretch and doesn't have any fillers. It's very short, 5 episodes, that's it. The series is over. If you still can binge it if you haven't seen it. There was this scene when she goes to the restaurant and she has to make an arrest. The fact that she has that just-a-car sort of attitude, she wanted to make the arrest right there within the restaurant, and I believe she says something like, let them watch, let them see, right? She wanted to make an example out of that girl who, in the role, she is the bad guy and one of the leading suspects. But I love the fact that she always, just wants to do the right decision. Sometimes it's a tough one, but she's a fair person. And that scene when the father froze the milk bottle, I'm not gonna give you any spoilers. Her quote was, "That's just an angry, scared father." She kind of understands where that guy was coming from and puts herself in his shoes. She doesn't have a very violent reaction. She's not overly sort of like pissed off about it. She kind of accepts it. She gets it. She has that realness to herself. And that also comes from the actress. I mean, I'm sure there's a great script involved, but Kate does a fantastic, fantastic job in this role. I consume lots of media just the way you do. You got your Netflix, your HBO, Amazon Primes, whatever. So I watch a lot of stuff, movies, series, just like anybody else. This one really stood out to me. Like I said, it almost feels like a documentary. There's so much realness to it. I remember Lost. It's again a far-fetched comparison, but season 2 of Lost really kept me on my edge of my seat. Every single episode had weight to it. It takes me back to Lost. It doesn't let you sleep on it. You have to be awake for this one. And I love it. It's a powerful essence I don't see this very often. Mare of Easttown. Go check it out if you can. If you have HBO Go, it's worth it.
For God's sake, man, there are women and children down here!
Speaking about Kate Winslet, I remember that scene from Titanic, must have been inspired from real life events. Locked doors on a sinking ship. The whitest thing I've seen so far, in a bad way.